All right, everyone, now we've got our funny news of the day, which is that Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, the other day his account got hacked. And it was funny that there's a link in the description to a tweet about it by Twitter Communications, actually. Like, yes, we're aware that he got hacked. Don't worry, we're solving the issue, basically. Think about it this way. The leader of the website got his account hacked because of some mobile glitch or something. I guess there was an exploit they used regarding his mobile phone in order to post tweets on his behalf somehow, which I guess is hilarious. They were posting weird shit, like I can't even repeat all of it, but it was pretty meme worthy. Here's my question. Here's my take on it. If the person who is leading a website, he's a billionaire, he literally creates the site, can get his account hacked. Why should we be trusting the people running Twitter in a million years to safeguard any form of tech security, to make any significant decisions on tech policy? Why should they have that trust? And the fact is that none of these tech firms should have that trust. They shouldn't be censoring things. They shouldn't have any seat at the table with regards to overall, on the military end, any form of tech security. They shouldn't really be partnering with the government. They're already getting subsidies and they want to act like they're private publishers and everything except for the standards that they're held to legally when people post weird shit online. This should not be happening. We're doing exactly the opposite of what we should do, which is that these should act like platforms with a few additional responsibilities if they want that sweet subsidy money in the state of California. Instead, what happens is that Jack Dorsey can go before Congress, lie through his teeth, and escapes all repercussion. It's like when he was on Rogan there with Tim Pool. Tim Pool grills him. Jack Dorsey basically acted more stoned than Joe Rogan and was like, oh yeah, we know that their problems, we gotta work harder. One of the first things he does when that's over, I think it was like a week later, he's like, well, we're fiddling around, we're thinking about maybe eliminating the ability to retweet material, and we're going to gear Twitter away from people and more towards groups. So basically we're going to construct even more artificial echo chambers. This will be healthy for the platform. It'll be a good thing. I don't know. Jack Dorsey must have stolen Joe Rogan's stash. He must still be smoking it now because he's certainly not acting like a rational human being. Twitter doesn't act like a rational site. The way in which it operates seems to be, hey, we're going to try to alienate more of our users and we're going to reduce site functionality. Because reasons like, some pink-haired freak over there working for HuffPost thinks that it's a good idea. Let's listen to them. I think that the tech firms in years, and it'll probably take years, in some years, whenever it happens, it's going to be considered a laughable thing. It's going to be like, we're going to look back at it as a sign of the 2010s, as sort of the tech firms that were built by all these people that we thought were like super geniuses, they're like really intelligent shit. It turned out that their management style sucked completely, and they were just listening to weirdos and freaks that happened to just get in with them and browbeat them into letting them sit in on the meetings. They gave them a little bit of power, and then they used that to demand more and more and more until it imploded some of the companies entirely. The natural backlash is alt tech, which is swiftly growing at this point. BitChute was briefly down the other day. I think maybe it was under attack. People were laughing about it being the Chinese communists or something, because apparently there were some other downs across the internet happening at the same time. Like, oh my god, China's lashing out because of Trump's trade war. It was really funny. But Twitter, are they going to make it as a site? They're certainly on their way. It's obvious that Twitter is declining at the moment. Its user base is beginning to dry up, mainly because they keep fucking banning everybody. They're alienating their own users. The stock value keeps, randomly getting his head shoved underwater. And Jack Dorsey, he just sits back, rakes in the money, and ultimately doesn't seem to fucking care. Oh yeah, people are pissed off at her side. Well, it's okay. He doesn't even care about that. Yeah, so let's give Congress, get Dorsey in again, and have him explain to you for a half an hour why he should be responsible for, election security and shit like that. Twitter and all of these other companies. Apple, Tim Cook wants to help. Probably design your voting software, and it totally won't glitch out. It'll be just as stable as Windows 95 was upon launch. That's basically what they're giving us. They're trying to turn our elections and our society into Windows 95. Plus the spyware of Windows 10. That's basically what they seem to want. And it's bullshit. It doesn't make any sense the way that they're structuring things. And ultimately it's about power. It's not about politics. I put Jack Dorsey's political views, yeah, they probably tilt to the left, but he doesn't really care. Like someone like a Kulinski or whatever, that person's his enemy too, because it's screwing around with the CNNs and MSNBCs that keep writing him fat paychecks and spending ad money on the site to advertise their shitty product, which is basically the same thing you can get on cable. Yeah, you can. You can watch TV like a potato, sit there like a vegetable, vegetating and watching the boob tube and get your propaganda that way. On the internet, you can get the same propaganda from the same outlets and interact with it and actually help other people in the echo chamber reinforce the propaganda even further. It's basically the only difference. Wow, CNN.com and CNN's Twitter handle. Jack Dorsey reminds you that he's a very wise individual and you should trust him to secure, as much of the tech world as possible. And my goodness, we shouldn't allow any competitors. They might be like pawns of Russia or shills or something. We've got to ban those gabs. Got to ban BitChute. A bunch of bullshit is what it is. That's about all. Peace out.